Check.
Buongiorno DDT. Sono così entusiasta di parlare del viaggio della vostra famiglia in Italia e di tutti gli imbrogli in cui dovete esservi cacciati.
What do you think, DDT? My Italian's
Nice.
come along nicely. I'm sure yours has too.
Nice. That's funny.
So what did I say?
I have no clue.
Really?
No, I know what you know. You said you wanted to talk about the trip.
Good morning, DDT. I'm so excited to talk about your family's trip to Italy and all the
Yes.
shenanigans that you guys must have gotten into.
Yes.
I wonder what the translation of shenanigans is.
Does it say
Imbrogli
imbroglio?
in si devote. Acervi cacciaria. I don't know. You're the Italian.
Morning, Duff.
Good morning. Summer special.
Summer special.
The travel show.
The travel show.
We'll get
We're
a
going to
little.
have another one of these coming up. In a
I
few
thought
weeks,
about
eh?
that. That'll be fun too. But
Yeah.
we'll prelude a little bit of my trip.
Yes.
We'll summarize your trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cop Car Coffee goes to Europe.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a summer.
Great summer. So
Great
far.
summer. Great summer.
Great summer.
So
I'll keep the listener. I'll give little interludes from your Tony Gabriel and your trip to Italy while I talk about some of the stuff that's happened back here. And
Yeah, apparently I
Valley.
missed a lot.
you
Yeah.
did. Well, yeah, I
Or
guess.
quite a bit
depending on
anyway.
how you look at it.
Yeah.
It's been. We had some heat over here too when you were gone. A couple of sweltering weeks, I'd say.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's one thing in Italia.
Yeah.
Heat
We'll
was,
talk about the heat.
The heat was hot.
You know what they say, if you can't take the heat,
You get out of the cucina.
go to Ireland.
Go to Ireland. Yeah, that's where you're going.
We're looking at 18 to 20. Oh, gosh, heard a crazy thing on the news on the way over here this
Oh,
morning.
yeah? About Ireland?
About Derry up in Ireland. Bit of sectarian violence back at it again. Right out of the friggin' blue. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh, is it Protestant Catholic
Oh,
or is it?
Of course it is. Of
oh.
course it is. It's the
I thought
same
they had a
old-
lot of immigration things going on. There.
Yeah, they
Like-
have,
like
for sure.
the UK.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, no, not in the
Not in that sense.
troublesome sense.
Right.
No.
Okay.
I think any of the immigration to Ireland has almost helped diffuse the tension, like the focus of the Irish, the Catholic Protestant issues up there.
Mm.
Yeah, because there was never anything else, and now I find it's almost diffused a bit. Like,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean? Just the beneficial little side take there. So yeah, we're pre-casting. We're getting ready for the show here.
What else you got? Anything else for the special?
I think we'll focus on the trip to Italy,
Yeah.
the travel show. I
Yeah.
got a Duff's pick. I got
Oh.
a Lanark pick.
Ah,
Little twist on Lanark pick.
Okay.
Talk about some of my backyard work. How one day I woke up and just got sick of looking at my deck with all the friggin' vines on it, and now it looks like $1 million. So,
There you go.
Yeah, we
Good.
could have. You know what? With a little bit of warning, we could have did the cast there. I wasn't ready
Yeah.
for it though. I just assumed we were coming here, and you're like, "Well, we could do the new deck," and I'm like, I was almost out the
like
door at that point, so I'm
Ah.
like, forget it. But then I get over here, and you're telling me it's too wet outside,
yeah.
which pissed me off. So we could have did it at my place
We could.
because everything's nice and dry. I
You
dried
dried it
everything
off.
off for my morning oatmeal on the deck. Yeah.
Oh,
Next
well.
time we can
Next
do
time.
it there.
Yeah.
Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please. All right.
Morning.
DDT.
Duff,
Good morning.
how are you?
I'm great.
I'm back.
Back from almost 3 weeks in Italy
Yes.
with 14 different family members, 2 cars.
Kind of similar to your Irish trip.
Oh,
no?
not even close.
Not as many?
We are going to have 7 people total, 2 cars.
Yeah, we had 8.
Yeah. You just ate, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you didn't have just 8.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No. There's you,
Yeah.
your wife,
Yeah.
your 3 kids. That's 5.
Yeah.
Stewie
Yeah.
is 6, the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Your
Sister-in-law
wife's sister
and her daughter.
and daughter.
Yeah.
And mother-in-law. No?
Well, so here's the thing.
That's 9. I can keep going.
No. So my oldest son, he
Yeah.
left on the 1st. He didn't come down south with us. He left August 1st because he had to get back to work.
Sure. Got the northern half. Got the best half.
He got the...
Got the best half, they say.
You know what? I like the south a lot.
You were happy with the south?
I was. Sicilia, Sicily, White Lotus
So if you
territory.
had to pick, love that show. I can't believe you haven't seen it all. If you had to go back for a week, would you do the north or the south?
Well, here's the thing. Apparently, I'm going back next summer. Yeah.
This is new to me.
Yeah. I was out, we were out dinner
Yeah.
with my wife's cousin and her husband.
Yeah.
He brought us to this place. Like, it's...
In Sicily?
No, in Calabria.
Calabria.
In the south where they live.
Okay.
It's Sunday evening. We go over to their place, which is driving through the mountains.
Nice.
Like trees and cliffs.
Yeah, I've
and
heard a few of
stuff.
these stories. Yeah.
And we get to their place. I thought, okay, we're going to dinner. We had to check the tires on my rental vehicle.
Yeah.
Turns out I had a puncture in one.
I heard this.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Get into that more later, but
Can't wait.
yeah. Anyway, how about a birra?
Yeah.
How about this? So I ended up having like 3 beer.
Whoa.
He drank a couple.
That's your yearly allotment
Yeah.
right there.
Now that's about 8 o'clock.
At night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, we get around to checking the tires.
I'd still rather have you driving than your wife at that point.
No, I wasn't driving.
Oh.
He was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was driving my rental. Shouldn't say that too loud. He wasn't on the thing.
manifesto.
Exactly.
Mm.
But anyway.
I'd
'cause
still
we were-
rather have him driving than your wife.
Oh, absolutely. I concur.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially in the mountain.
I didn't get any feedback the first time I threw that out.
I
so
know.
thank you.
I was waiting for that. Thank you. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know, it was like 9.
Yeah.
We finally leave the house to go have dinner.
Oh, you're having a few at the house.
Exactly. Little aperitivos.
Okay.
Little aperitifs.
Yeah.
Aperitivo. We get to the place. It's about a half-hour drive, I think.
The restaurant place.
Yeah. Falerna is the name of the town.
Falarna.
Right on the coast. Beautiful beach.
Nice.
And we get to this place, and we sit down, and he knows the people there, obviously. And then
Pretty standard to be having dinner at 9 in
it
Europe,
was
eh?
like 9. By the time we got our first thing,
Yeah.
it was like 9:30.
That
And he
sounds
kept
great.
just ordering the food.
Oh,
Lots of seafood.
I feel like I'm there.
Lots of seafood.
Yeah.
Mussels. All of a sudden, this huge plate of mussels comes out.
Do you like the mussels?
I do not like mussels.
Yeah, I'm not a big mussels fan.
Mussels or oysters?
But when in Rome,
yeah, I didn't.
when
do
in
that.
Calabria,
When in Calabria, I did not do when
Didn't
in
do them,
Calabria.
eh?
No,
Okay.
I didn't because I had so much other seafood at that. I was so full. Drinking wine.
you asked for chicken wings.
They did bring out some fries.
Fries.
Yeah, at one point.
Fries.
Even their fries are much better there
Yeah,
than here.
okay. Yeah, you like the food, eh? Of
Oh my
course.
God, it was so much food, lots
Yeah.
of wine.
Yeah.
By the time I was going home,
Oh, man.
he's driving.
Yeah.
It's dark. I didn't say a word because I was falling asleep. I
Yeah.
was half drunk too. But during the
So
meal,
you had multiple courses, so you're leaving the restaurant at what, 11?
11. Yeah,
11, yeah,
exactly.
wow.
11:30.
Nice.
And apparently during the meal, I told him I'd be coming back. He's my new best friend,
Mm-hmm.
Gino.
We should...
He's funny.
Why don't we get him on the air sometime?
He doesn't speak English.
Oh,
Yeah.
that must have been quite the conversation then.
Mm.
Did you have the Google Translator
With
going?
my broken Italian and his
Yeah.
broken English and a couple of translators. My
Okay.
mother-in-law.
Oh, okay. Mother-in-law was there too.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It wasn't
And-
just the 4 of you.
No. There was like him and his wife, so
Yeah.
my wife's cousin. My mother-in-law came with us, and
Yeah.
then obviously Stewie and the rest of the family.
Oh, Stewie.
Yeah,
Good old
that guy,
Stewie.
that boy can eat.
Stewie can eat.
Oh,
it.
he was pounding it back.
He was eating the mussels.
He was eating everything. Like he was just anything put in front of him, he was eating.
That's
It's crazy.
That's our Lanark boy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good. Stewie had a good time.
I think he had a really good time. Yeah, he loved the food there.
Now, one of the
They
first
loved
things I asked you when you got back was, were there any breakups? Did
No.
everybody still love each other as much now as the day you left?
I'm still with my wife. Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Apparently, Stewie is still with
your
my
daughter.
daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Noah is still with his girlfriend, even though she didn't go.
She didn't go, but he's still with her.
Noah didn't pick up any
Well, the one thing I should
adventures while he was over there.
he was a good boy.
Right on.
I do have to mention that
Hmm.
I didn't say this yesterday, but
Oh,
in our little coffee in the morning, but
new details.
beautiful people in Italy.
Beautiful people.
Oh my, especially in the north. I
Yeah.
would say mostly in the north.
Mostly in the north.
There's some in the south.
You know what they say about Sicily?
What's that?
The best looking girl's a tourist.
Yeah, I probably concur
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I've never been.
Well, I mean, there are some beautiful women in the south,
Of course.
and men. Oh my God!
Beautiful men.
In the north, up
Yeah.
down to Rome,
Yeah.
both men and women, just beautiful. And not only that, they dress.
They dress nice.
Oh,
Really?
it's crazy. Yeah.
Like, what's an example of a fine dressed?
Oh, I don't know.
Like you're talking going out for dinner at 9, they're probably nicely dressed, but
but that's how they dress the whole day.
huh.
You go out in the morning and you see them, they're walking around in like beautiful dresses, like a
Armani
nice-
suits.
basically. It's crazy. And not only that, like, well, not in Venice. 'cause
Dean
there's
Mariani would fit right in over there.
He would.
Yeah. Wearing his suit and tie in the middle of the day.
40-degree weather.
40-degree weather.
But in Rome, they're
Going
also
for tapas.
Rome and Florence. They're
Yeah.
driving scooters around,
Nice.
beautifully dressed.
Vespas.
Vespas. Yes.
Yeah, so that was a glaring thing that jumped out, eh?
right away.
I just realized the next time my printer runs out of anything, I can come here. I think we have the same printer.
Printer's not working.
It's like, oh, no.
It's out of ink.
Oh,
It's
there you
always
go.
out of ink.
I could have brought you some ink.
Oh, okay.
Canon MX512, I think.
Yeah.
Funny.
They run out of ink so fast. Like you use it once. it's
Oh,
out of
it
ink.
sucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those darn cartridges, man.
And they're
I
not
think
cheap,
they're
huh?
like $40.
No,
a pop
they were
now.
more than that.
Really? I always buy the Staples knockoff brand though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just one. Just
Actually-
one black and white. Like not the
If you go to Costco,
Oh.
Costco will do them. It's cheaper there.
You can get ink at Costco?
Yes. Well, I don't know if that's changed, but I have. Yes.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's been a while since I've done it.
I used to take my pictures to Costco. Those were good days. They don't do that
Yeah.
anymore. Did you know that?
No way.
No, it's all online. Yeah, changing times.
Yeah, you don't get digital prints, I guess, anymore.
Back to Italy, Tony. Gabriel.
Where was I? Oh, the beautiful people.
Yeah, the people, the dinner
Yeah,
at
that
Calabria.
that was the one thing that really jumped out to me
Yeah.
right at the beginning. In
And you
Venice.
mentioned the lack of fast food was something
oh,
that I
the
found
lack. The
interesting.
food was the second thing that jumped.
Food
out.
was amazing, and
Yeah.
you're talking real food. There's not
no.
there's not a Dunkin' Donuts and a
No.
Tim Hortons and a Starbucks on every corner.
There's some Starbucks, but there is no. Yeah, like that was the third thing that kind of jumped out was
Yeah.
the lack,
I think I would like that.
the total lack of fast food
Yeah,
places there,
but not a lack of food,
but not a lack of food,
and not a
exactly.
lack of food that could be obtained.
Exactly.
fast.
You can obtain the food easy,
Yeah,
but
but
it's not.
real.
It's real. It's
Yeah.
not fast food. Of course, there's the McDonald's. Saw a couple Burger Kings.
Oh God, really? So
Yeah.
there were a couple.
There were, but even I didn't go, but the kids went one time.
Okay.
McDonald's,
Just to try it.
completely different.
I've done that. I've
Yeah.
tried McDonald's pretty much everywhere I've been.
Yeah, but I didn't see KFC. I didn't
No.
see obviously Tim Hortons. I didn't
Chick-fil-A.
see Chick-fil-A. I didn't see.
That was big news when you were gone, DDT.
Yeah, they opened here.
Did
eh?
you know this?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Chick-fil-A at
Wasn't
the
there a
Tangerine. It was a half-hour lineup or something stupid the
Stupid.
first day.
Yeah.
I like Chick-fil-A.
I've never eaten
the
there,
funny
actually.
thing is, I've been eating there for 20 years, though, when we do our trips to the States.
Yeah.
So I'm not definitely... I haven't been to the one here in town. Nor do I plan to.
No.
Watch me go today. Now that it's in my mind.
But definitely nothing like that.
Yeah.
Especially not in Venice. I mean, what they did have
Yeah.
was these little cafe bars.
Oh, yeah. I
little
could see myself
panini
there.
sandwich bars.
Yeah. Now, could you get a breakfast at a place like that? Like a nice bagel?
There's
Or...
there's no bagels.
No bagels?
What you would get,
What could you get for breakfast in Italy?
what you could get would be like some nice little panini, which is a sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, you get a pastry,
Okay.
you know, something.
Could you get
really
some
good like
meat
that.
on the sandwich? Like, could you get an egg?
Well, I didn't see any eggs.
No eggs, eh?
No.
Hmm.
I mean, we had breakfast at the hotel that was
Okay.
included a couple times. I mean, there
Okay.
you could get eggs, but even that breakfast was so much better than
Really, eh?
Oh yeah. Except the problem is that they don't do the eggs and bacon that well. there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was on the menu at the
It
hotel
was there.
breakfast?
Yeah. I stuck to the more Italian type food. They had these little buns. Was my favorite.
Okay.
It was a bun that was filled with whipped cream
Oh, yeah.
to die for.
For breakfast, eh? That set you off.
It was
on a
out there. I was like,
nice
what's
sugar high for the morning.
Well, the first thing I saw that I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And I went and I got it, took a bite,
Oh,
and it was like falling in
Yeah.
love with
nice.
with a bread with whipped cream on top.
Bread with whipped cream for breakfast.
Yeah. So anywhere
So
I
you
went,
kept to your healthy living diet when you were over there. That's good.
no, you can't. I mean, you know what? The food is more. It doesn't seem processed.
Yeah.
It seems more fresh.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they make the pizzas right there.
Yeah.
And you can get like a pizza, like might be on a focaccia or just a regular little pizza
Yeah.
that you could eat for breakfast. You know,
I could do that.
and the coffee's completely. The coffee's way.
You
better.
mentioned the coffee.
Yeah, coffee's way better.
But small volumes. I like to have lots of volume in my coffee. That's the only thing.
The only thing. If you go to
Yeah.
those cafe bars or
Yeah.
whatever, and you ask for a coffee,
Yeah.
what you're gonna get is
A thumbnail of coffee.
Yeah, you know. But if you ask for an americano,
A
a Timble. If you ask for an americano,
Yeah.
it will be bigger, but it won't be like.
Won't even be
these.
the size of a medium.
No.
Hmm.
No, I think the largest I got was a medium. Was like a small.
So you just sip away.
Yeah, you kind of sip away, but the coffee's so good.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, the coffee is like.
No.
I don't know. I right away, my first cup at the hotel in Venice. So they did have a little breakfast thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Hotel Cadoro.
In
In
Venice.
They had fantastic coffee, and there was a little cup, and you could fill it up.
Was
You
that
could
right
Americano.
within the islands, right within the canals of Venice?
Yeah,
Nice.
right on there. And,
Paid your tourist tax to get in there?
Yeah, apparently that doesn't deter people from going
God,
over to
no.
Venice. Eh?
God, no. If
People pay
I
it.
was on the town council of Venice, I would up that thing like 30%,
No, 'cause people would still pay
50%.
it
Of
to
course.
go to Venice.
Double it, triple it.
I think it was like what €7 per person or
Yeah,
something like
so
that.
come on. You'd have paid
Yeah.
100 if like for
Probably.
one trip a year
Yeah.
or a lifetime, I mean.
Probably.
Mm.
So they had good coffee there right away. Like,
We love our taxes on CCC.
yeah, don't we? So right away, like I put in the coffee and I drink it, and I was like, oh, this is so good.
Nice.
Like it's even better than McDonald's.
With your double sugars.
Yeah,
Now,
I
if
put
it
a
was
couple
really
sugar in.
tiny, we're just putting like a little wee bit of sugar in.
I go to one bag, one little
One
little baguette
little
or one
baggie.
little spoon,
Yeah.
teaspoon. But actually the coffee is quite strong.
Yeah.
That's what kind of separates.
Where
it
is
too.
the coffee from, I wonder?
That's a good question.
Like, we get a lot of our coffee from South America.
But also, if you look at the coffee machines,
Yeah.
they're different too.
The espresso machines.
They have that. That's what makes your coffee.
Yeah.
You know, in Tropea,
Well,
You
you,
know,
could
you-
get one of those over here, I would think.
those things are massively expensive. I think like if you buy
Money
them,
doesn't matter.
that's true.
You probably got a
I have one
membership at
upstairs.
Nicastro's or La Bottega or all these places where you
I
can
wish.
buy fine Italian
So my wife
cuisine.
still on the Italian food kick.
You know what? You guys are going to have a downer. Eh? You're going to hit the
Mhm.
wall soon. You're all still high off the vibe, but What happens Monday morning?
I'm a little bit tired this morning.
I bet.
Yeah. I went to watch a movie at 9 o'clock last night. Fell asleep right away, pretty much.
I guess so.
Yeah. Still a little bit on
Italian time.
6 hours ahead.
Yeah, so it's like 3 a.m. You should get to bed if it's 9 o'clock here.
It's 10. So
You should be going to bed at
what,
like
2?
6 at night.
I should.
Yeah. Get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna mess us up too. We're taking a red eye. You must have took a red eye over.
Oh
there.
yeah, it's all red eye.
They're all
but
red
your
eyes.
flight will be much shorter.
Got to like you know what? It's 5.5 hours.
Yeah. We were like 7, I think.
Friggin' half the time we fly to Vegas, it's 5 hours. I think. Eh?
On the way back from Italy, we flew out of Rome.
Yeah.
It was 8.5 hours coming back. It was long.
It's longer for us coming back as well. It's like an extra hour.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
For sure.
We got a couple things booked already. We got a couple of the members of the party are all into these jails and stuff, the history of these jails. So there's some sort of jail we're seeing in Dublin on the first day. The plan is to land, get to the hotel, and off we go. So,
Oh, really, eh?
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked.
No rest, man. They say get through the first day, no matter where you are on the planet. Go to bed at the regular time of that place, and you're good.
It's pretty much what we did.
Yeah, it's you have to do.
Because the check-in time...
Nobody goes to Europe to sleep.
Well, the check-in time at the hotel was until... Like, I think we arrived at the hotel, like, 11-ish.
Yeah, we're going to have
11.
that problem as well.
Yeah, so what we did was they
have a place to take your stuff.
Yeah, you put your bags there, and then we went out, and that's where I got my first food and coffee and stuff.
Cool.
Just walked down the corner. Oh, here's a nice little cafe bar.
First food.
How much is that? €2.50? I'm in.
Let's talk money, because money doesn't matter.
Money doesn't matter.
So straight up, we're both, you've been, and I'm going to a Euro country. Where it's all about the euro. The latest exchange rate is, I think it's good. I think it's going to be easy to remember at least. It's about 1.5, right? 1.5 euro to the Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
So easy math.
Yeah.
I think even the weakest mathematicians amongst all our parties can figure that out.
Yeah.
You got a $10 meal, it's $15. $10. There I go.
10
euro, it's $15 Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So were you happy with the prices? Were you surprised?
Well, again, like the U.S., I mean, everything is comparable. Like, you buy a plate of spaghetti with, let's say, €15,
Frick.
which is, it might be $15 here in Canada.
That seems high, though, to me. No? Just for pasta?
Pasta.
No meat?
I mean, no, you're talking like exceptional pasta here. Like even for 15.
I'm making exceptional pasta tonight.
Yeah, you were mentioning yesterday.
Oh, my God. I found a TikTok.
Okay.
You don't know this. Nobody does.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy a nice pasta sauce, but it has to be nice. I don't like cheap, acidic, like...
You have to go to Italy then.
I would love it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I need
you
to.
would.
You just have to come to my place now.
I'm coming tonight.
It's so... And this is true of a lot of cooking. The easier it is, the more simplistic it is, the better it is. Yeah. Friggin' TikTok. Throw your tomatoes in a roasting pan. Throw some garlic cloves in there. Fresh Lanark County garlic from the farm.
Nice.
Ripe as heck. Is so good.
Yeah.
Throw it in the oven. You roast the damn thing. You roast it for 30, 40 minutes till the skin's coming off the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Out into a pot, which I've already... sauteed a little bit of garlic and onion. Yeah. Throw the tomatoes and the other garlic in there.
Yeah.
I like to describe my life in terms of before the immersion blender and after the immersion blender.
Okay.
I bought an immersion blender and it's been life-changing.
Oh, really?
Can you picture these things?
I don't even know what they are.
It's handheld and you just push it down and it blends.
Okay, right.
It's before that, there I am fumbling, putting it in a blender, blending it, putting it back and forth. It's boiling, it's hot. It no.
Okay.
Literally, about 10 little I've got pasta sauce, like immediately.
Nice.
And it's like a magical batch. It could, with small tweaks, be a tomato soup base. It could be a pasta base. Anyways. Threw this stuff on some pasta midweek, Bought some cheap frozen meatballs to go with it.
Yeah.
One of the best meals I've ever had. Like this
Nice.
pasta sauce, man, is so good.
Yeah.
It's so, it just.
That's what it
oh,
has
and
to be.
my God, fresh basil from the farm too.
Yeah.
Basil and garlic with the tomato. Oh my God.
So,
Unreal.
Well, here's the thing too, right?
Yeah.
I said earlier that the food was completely different than
Yeah.
here. So we were like, okay, we got to go out for dinner one night in Venice,
Yeah.
right? Where are we going to go? So I had asked my cousin, and she sent a few recommendations.
It's helpful
along.
to have the recommendations. Eh?
One of them was a place called Rosso Pomodoro,
Rosso Pomodoro.
which is basically red tomato.
Oh, of course.
Translation, red
Of course.
tomato. But it turns out that's a chain restaurant. One of the very few.
Italian chain
It's kind of
restaurants.
like
It
like-
doesn't matter. It could still be a fun spot. No?
well, yes, but I felt for being Italian,
Yeah.
it was a little underwhelming.
Okay.
Although that was recommended as a place to go to.
I would never be scared to go to a place like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I love the Olive Garden. I friggin' love the Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Right? I know what I'm
Yeah.
going to get. Great when you're... places like that are nice when you're traveling to a lot of different places and you just want something you're kind of
But when you're
confident
when
in.
you're like, okay, this is our first real meal out
Yeah.
in Venice.
It maybe shouldn't have been that. Sure.
Yeah, but you're looking at, you're getting, you go online and you're
Yeah.
seeing, okay, well, it was recommended by my cousin, and then you go on TripAdvisor or Google, best places to eat, it comes up Rosso Pomodoro.
But
I
see,
was a little
those are
disappointed.
so fixed, right? Like that... you can't even base it on that. That's because they pay. They pay the most to get it up there, so to see it.
True,
right?
true.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, too, like, even though it was disappointing, it was still probably way better than,
Yeah.
like, what's that, Mario, what's the one here?
Eastside Mario's.
Eastside Mario's
Yeah.
and stuff
no,
like that.
No,
yeah.
no.
Like, there was still no comparison to the food here.
Yeah.
But after having eaten, like, other places,
Yeah.
like, it's like, yeah, that's probably the lowest pick on my lot. Yeah. So, but yeah, like the pasta, amazing, obviously in Italy. We had a meatball one.
Yeah. You mentioned the meatballs.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
fantastic as
Yeah.
well. Like everything there is handmade, fresh.
Now you said something that I didn't quite agree with or believe. You talked about wild boar balls.
Yeah, yeah.
Wild
Not the
boar
balls,
is one
but-
of the. Oh, thought it was made into balls. No.
It was made into balls.
Yeah.
But
Wild
the
boar,
way you mentioned it sounds
wild
like
boar balls.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
One of the gamiest, toughest,
Oh,
least appealing types of meat on this continent, anyways, is the wild boar.
Oh, this was so good.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a meatball, basically.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe the wild boars are,
In
are
a-
different over there.
In a fantastic tomato sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you liked it, eh?
Oh, it was so good.
Maybe the wild boars aren't really wild in Italy.
I
There's
showed
not a
you
lot
a
of
picture.
wilderness in Italy.
No, but yeah, there is. But
No, there's not. Not a lot.
apparently this is in the
Could be a
south.
couple of acres somewhere
Yeah.
where the boars run wild. For,
Well, maybe in
for
the
a
south.
couple kilometers.
because
Or
I
maybe
was,
they go through the towns and everything.
yeah, because I was told up in the mountains where we
Yeah.
were staying that you
Yeah.
have to watch out for the wild boars.
Really?
Yeah, even though I didn't see any.
Hmm.
Did not see one.
Wild boars.
Yeah. So in the south, that's where I had it. I had it in at a little place in Tropea
Mm.
called Fame Lupi.
Something
Hungry
wolf
wolf.
family.
Hungry Wolf.
Hungry wolf. Hungry
Uh,
like the wolf. So when you go in there, they could have that song going on.
Hungry like.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
Wouldn't that be
sing.
cool?
We're gonna get flagged.
Oh. We get flagged. You know how we get flagged?
How's that?
The YouTube. Everything automatically goes
that's
up
all
to
the
YouTube.
Russian bots.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
everything gets flagged on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I'll randomly go in, and for the listener out there that might actually be listening, you can always catch us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just the audio. It's not like you get to see us.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
We
unless
should-
the Russians have taken down the odd episode
Yeah.
because of DDT's singing.
Damn Russians. So yeah, like
Russians.
those Russians. Rah rah.
Zelensky's
Rasputin.
taken the war into Russia.
Oh,
Have you heard
God,
this?
Zelensky.
You're not a
salesman.
Zelensky fan, eh?
Oh, what a salesman.
I think he was a comedian
Jeez,
before he was a
comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good skills for leading a nation.
He's also
Probably
suspended
keeps
elections.
it light. Probably keeps it light.
Yeah, exactly.
In the cabinet room.
Every time he walks into a country, he leaves with a few $1 billion. Hey? Wouldn't you like to have that type
That's
of power?
not a bad skill.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not exactly political pundits here on CCC.
Mm. He was part of the Panama Papers, though. His name was in there.
I couldn't tell you.
Ukraine has always been one of the most corrupt countries, though.
Ukraine has a very interesting history,
Yeah,
for sure. I will
definitely.
say that.
Very corrupt,
Yeah.
Sadly.
Sadly.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, we digress from the
Why are
travel
we talking
show.
about that?
I don't know.
Yeah, back to the
Yeah.
travel show.
Yeah.
So you talked about beaches yesterday during
beach.
our morning Java. Good beaches, lots
love.
of fun. The family didn't want to swim, but you got in there with your Speedo.
Exactly.
Had enough fun for everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So one of the main things, I wanted to do when we got down to the south was hit the beaches.
Hit the beach.
Because it was only, once you get down the mountain
Yeah.
where my mother-in-law lived,
Yeah.
which was about a 15...
Now paint the picture for us. You can't really see the sand through all the umbrellas, right? It's pretty busy.
Well, there in Tropea.
That
that's
was a
what's
busy
there,
looking
yeah.
beach. That
That was
me.
their main
Okay.
kind of beach, right in the center. If you go around, they have other beaches around there.
Or
But
there's a bit of sand you can actually hang
yeah,
out on.
we were right downtown, so
Rocky beaches or sandy beaches?
rocky
Rocky.
for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, mixed with sand. Like that. Well, that's one thing about Tropea has
Yeah.
sand.
Bit of sand.
Um,
Makes it very in
Well,
demand.
the thing is, like, they're sandy, but then to get into the Tyrrhenian Sea,
Yeah.
it's rocky, right?
You undoubtedly have to traverse the rocks.
Yes, I would bring. I
Some
didn't have
swimming
the-
shoes would be helpful.
Yeah, they would. I didn't
okay.
have those, but
Okay.
they would probably be helpful.
Oh, that must have been an even prettier sight. You tippy-toeing through the rocks in your Speedo
Yeah,
awkwardly.
basically.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
graceful at all.
I was not graceful
Not
going
just
through that,
jumping in.
but the water was so
Nice and warm for you.
warm.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. It was like, the first time I went in, it's like, oh
No Ottawa
So nice.
River for you.
no. Well, like when you have 36-degree weather
Every
Right.
day, eh?
every day,
Yeah.
and you jump in
Yeah.
and you
It's
jump
refreshing, but
That's
not cold.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Tropea was the best. Nobody else went in. I brought my Speedos, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta go in. So I went and got changed,
Yeah.
jumped in the water.
Mm.
Had to be even more beautiful than a little further north on Calabria.
Right.
And fantastic.
Good times.
Good times there. But yeah, nobody else wanted to go in. They went in. We went in the first.
That disappoints me.
My God.
Even when
We-
we do our trips to the beach,
Yeah.
like everybody usually gets in, but it's like I could spend all day at the beach. Bring a book,
Oh, me too.
in and out of the water multiple times, bring
Yeah.
a nice bunch of food, drinks, book. I'm there all day.
Absolutely.
But how many times do I get to the beach and 45 minutes later, are we going soon?
Yeah.
Or what are we doing next? Or
Yeah.
I got to go. I want something. I got like all these things.
That's-
I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's basically what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're in southern Italy. We're on the beautiful beach.
yeah. That's an
it's
all
nice
day
and hot.
thing. Yeah.
And it's like an hour after.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
When are we going?
When are we
hungry.
going?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we went the first day.
I can picture
think
that.
Yeah, we arrived in it was a Thursday. No,
Yeah.
for a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I believe, did we go Thursday? We went either the first or second day down to the beach with my mother-in-law, and we had the rental cars, and we
Yeah.
followed down. And we went in the morning. I mean, by that, 9:30 in the morning, it's still very warm, right? Like it's
No
already
kidding.
hot.
Beautiful in the morning. Though.
Oh, yeah,
There's
for
nothing
sure.
like the beach in the morning.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we go down. We get there like 9:30, 10, whatever. We go in the water, and everybody's... but nobody put sunscreen on,
Uh-oh.
except for me,
Okay.
right?
Oh, I just remembered something else.
What's that?
Where you were the only one in the group that did something.
Oh.
I'll bring it up after this.
Okay.
Tony Gabriel. Go.
No, nobody put sunscreen on. So they're in the
Yeah.
water. We're all having fun. We're taking some pictures, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And And again, like, I don't know how long we lasted. Maybe a couple hours at the beach until, like you said, everybody's like, okay, what are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. So they ended up with sunburns,
Yeah.
mostly on their upper, like the shoulders, neck, that sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that killed it for them going to the beach after that. We're like, oh, we don't want to go to the beach because we're sunburned.
Yeah.
Like,
That would suck.
put on sunscreen for God's sakes. And my wife's trying to say, well, nobody wears sunscreen in Italy. I was like, I just saw the dude over there. He was putting on sunscreen. For the most part, that's probably true because a lot of the people were burned.
Yeah.
But most people have like an olive skin, right?
Yeah,
Because
you can't-
they have the sun all the time.
You can't compare. Yeah.
Oh,
well.
I put on the sunscreen. I didn't get burned.
So I'll give you a hint as to what the next story is going to be about. It involves Stewie making the group decision that everybody should hop on the bus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, let's hear that one.
Oh, my God. That was money doesn't
Sorry,
matter.
Stewie. I don't know if you're still listening to the program or not. We're just we're not exactly throwing you under the bus, but it's a neat little story.
Well, you did end up paying for it.
It was a great idea, and yeah, you actually paid, so good on you.
That was actually in Florence, and we went. I think was it the first day? Yeah, it was the first day.
Early on in the trip, then.
Well, we've been there maybe a week.
Oh,
not
okay.
even. Yeah,
Okay.
for 5 days. 5
Yeah.
days. And Florence, you can go up to this old. What was it, like a fort that's on the top of the hill at one of the hills in Florence, and it looks down. It's beautiful. You look down over the city, right? Beautiful spot. They have a cafe bar up there, so you can order
Yeah.
a drink or
Yeah.
coffee or some alcohol, whatever. And a really nice spot, but you got to walk a lot to get up there. In fact, we passed Galileo's house on the way up.
Love it.
Yeah. And like you said yesterday, maybe that person should charge money to get in to take a picture of his room or something like that. But it's just a little sign out front says Galileo's house, basically, as you walk up. So anyway, it's a long way up. And of
That's
course,
cool.
then it's a long way down. So by that time, everybody's kind of tired. It's like 38 degrees.
Oh yeah, you want to get back?
Yeah. So it's like, well, we'll take the bus back. Stewie's like, yeah, we'll take the bus. Where's the bus?
No, Stewie brought up, let's take the bus
yeah,
back.
let's take the bus.
Yeah,
And
let's
I
be
was like,
clear. His
yeah.
idea.
His idea is like, okay, where's the bus? Okay,
Yeah.
it's over here. Okay, Stewie, you lead.
Yeah.
So we get to the bus stop eventually after like 15 minutes of walking, right, down the hill. And there's nowhere to buy tickets.
Yeah.
Right? So you're thinking like OC Transpo,
Oh God.
bus system here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
I can just pay cash
Yeah.
into the till or, just whatever.
Or swipe your card, or swipe. Okay, I
Yeah.
don't want to give any spoilers. here
Bus
either.
finally comes.
So many things sketchy about this story.
There's no till on there to put
Yeah.
money in. The
Yeah.
driver's pissed because we're all kind of like,
Yeah.
well, where do we put the like?
Let's
He's
go.
like, just get on the bus.
Get on the bus.
Everybody gets on the bus. I take out my credit card.
Yeah.
I tap it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I try to tap it again. This card has already been tapped.
Yeah. Which
Oh,
is stupid in itself that you can't pay for everybody at this point.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh crap. And then when you have it, the inspectors are on the bus. That's an old copy. 1995.
1995.
Ottawa Magazine
Cool.
with Copeland's wife on there. Remember her?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways.
so when you have it, the inspectors are on the bus, right? What are you looking for over there?
Well, you're Tony Gabrieling it. Your old literature is catching my curiosity.
There you go. So the inspectors on the bus, they asked, "Where's your tickets?" Well, we really don't have any, except for me. So they pull us off the bus,
Oh boy.
and don't we get fined?
Fined. Yeah.
40. I think it was 43 euros
Each.
except for me.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
8 people, $40
7
each.
because I
7.
Yeah.
Right.
So Stewie threw to Noah, my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody got
Boom.
fined. Yeah. 43 euros.
And you didn't even get home all the way.
No, we
You
got
still
one
had to
stop
walk.
later.
You
Yeah,
still
it
had
took
to
us
walk.
another 20 minutes to get back to the bus.
You must have been quiet on that walk.
Oh my God, I just stormed off.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so pissed. It cost, I mean, I think he paid me back, and my sister-in-law paid me.
Okay,
oh, no,
good.
she paid for her own because she
Paid
had
her own
card,
ticket. Yeah.
for her and her daughters. But I was out like 320 Canadian.
Wow. That is a crazy story.
Yeah. You know what? It's 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. I'm sure they implemented this thing because
Yeah.
people weren't paying for
Sure.
transit.
But the fact they have the equivalent of a transit cop right there on every bus is crazy.
I think we just
And they're just getting
didn't get the luck.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Just they're nailing tourists, right?
Well,
Boom,
they're
boom.
there. Yeah, because we have no clue how the system works.
Yeah.
But I was like, where do we buy tickets?
Yeah.
I think the tickets are. I think the ride the actual. I think there is a tram. We took the tram.
It's too
From the
bad
hotel.
everybody didn't just have their own card though, and like credit card, debit card, and
Yeah,
do it that way
exactly.
next time.
So we actually took the tram because we
Yeah.
were just a little bit on the outskirts of
Yeah.
downtown in Florence. From the hotel, it was €1.50.
Yeah. Perfect. That's
One
great.
tram,
Yeah.
right downtown, let you off.
That's
You're
how it
good
should
to go.
be. Yeah. $3 Canadian-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that was an expensive
Yeah.
day.
Crazy.
Florence is a beautiful city, though.
Ah, yeah.
Lots of things to see, and the other thing is the kids don't appreciate
Yeah.
they don't appreciate the art.
Yeah. And you hit the Vatican as well, I think.
We did hit the
Yeah.
Vatican, yeah. Lots of art
Had a
there.
little
too.
tour, lots of art.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. It's very nice. in the
Went to
Vatican.
mass.
Went to the Sistine Chapel.
Didn't go to mass though.
There was no mass.
No
it was
mass.
packed in there. And they tell people, you got to be quiet and stuff. But
yeah.
the
Tourists,
volume,
tourists are loud.
And then they come over the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
People, please be quiet.
Yeah.
So everybody hushes. And
For like 3 minutes,
Yeah,
and
and then the
back
volume
up.
is back
Yeah.
up. Yeah, it's like, yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, because it is an actual chapel.
Of course
it's
it
like
is. Someone might actually
church.
be in there praying.
That day, nobody
Praying for the
was,
tourists
yeah.
to be quiet.
I think they said the Pope doesn't even live on the Vatican.
No?
No, I think he lives
The
somewhere
Pope
else.
probably isn't even there in the summer. It's too hot. He's probably up in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah, it's even possible there.
Yeah. Hanging out, chilling.
But I mean, like, look at the artwork in there. Like,
Yeah.
the kids don't really appreciate that.
No.
Michelangelo, who's that?
They don't
like
know.
even David, like
Well,
the
they
statue.
wouldn't. Who's that?
David statue.
David who?
David versus Goliath.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
the
know that one.
statue. The guy sent you the
Okay.
picture of
Does
his
he have like a slingshot?
nutsack.
Does he have a slingshot too, or no?
No,
Oh.
no.
I don't know. You're like we talked about yesterday. Art history is something that is not. Well, it's not a thing anymore for sure.
Not
for
really, no.
kids, like
No.
unless you electively take some sort of art history in later years of
Yeah.
high school or college, university,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know any of it.
No, exactly.
I think they get their art history knowledge through social media and know that somebody thinks it's cool and somebody did something about all this,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get
Yeah.
a selfie by it, but they don't know
Yeah.
much beyond that.
Apparently, it took like
And I'm not saying I'm an expert either. I wouldn't know much more.
no, but I mean, you look at the Michelangelos or the
I can
Raphaels.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, or Da Vinci's.
Yeah.
They're really popular, like the most popular
Sure.
sculptors, painters back in the day.
Yeah.
You could tell why their works are
Oh, it's
It's-
incredible.
incredible. Here's the thing, though.
I don't think anybody could ever make something close to that today by hand, right?
Oh
Like,
no.
Never.
I think it took
Like we said yesterday, what are we leaving future generations in terms of art history? Nothing.
Voice of Fire.
The Voice of Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it took Michelangelo something like 4 years.
Yeah.
He's not really a painter by trade.
Okay.
He's more of a sculptor.
Sure.
So according to the tour guide,
Yeah.
the Pope at the time asked him to paint
Yeah.
the Sistine Chapel, and he kind of
Scoffed
scoffed at it. He's like, I don't really want to do that. But like they said, you can't refuse the Pope.
No.
So he ended up doing it. He did it in 2 parts, really. The first part, what he did was he painted the first part, and there's so much detail in the first part. But then he came down to the floor,
Yeah.
and he looked up,
Yeah.
and he said, I can't see any of the detail.
Oh gosh.
So when the second part, he
Yeah.
didn't put half as much detail into it. He's painting smiles on people's faces that you
Yeah.
can't even see.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So in the second part,
That's cool.
there was no details because
Yeah.
he's realized that people looking up are not going to see the detail.
No.
I don't know how he did it either because,
He was just going to be smart about it.
well, that's it exactly. The other thing was apparently he paid out of pocket for the first half of I think it was that painting.
I hope he got
ceiling.
reimbursed.
Oh yeah, they were reimbursed. But back in that day,
I wonder how much paperwork he had to fill out
oh God, I don't
just to
even
get
know.
paid back.
I don't know. So what happened was, for the second part, he told the Pope, like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this unless I get paid first.
Yeah.
So there's a difference in, if you look at the painting of where the God is touching the hand of Adam, right?
Okay.
It's not blue skies.
Mm.
It's white.
Okay.
Back then, because he paid out of his pocket, to get the blue
I
was so much more
bet.
expensive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But because he was painting out of his pocket, he didn't go for the deep blue.
Oh, that's awesome.
He just painted it white.
Right.
But then the next part over,
Yeah.
he's like, "No, I'm not doing it unless I get paid
Yeah.
first."
And then he had money to do a better
He
job.
had money. And he paid for the blue from the when-
That's great.
yeah.
I never knew that.
I didn't know that either, but
Huh.
it's quite. It
Yeah,
was quite
yeah.
funny. But so those are two things about this. One, there was too much. There's so much detail in the first half of it
yeah,
compared
yeah.
to the second half when he did it a couple years
Now,
later.
how many people would even notice that on the regular
You wouldn't
tour?
even notice unless
Unless you were
you're told like we were.
Yeah.
Like I think when I first went through it 30
Yeah.
plus years ago,
Yeah.
I didn't do a tour, so you look up and you see.
You
that.
just thought it was all nice. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you did the tour. It's like, well, that's white. And the
Oh,
reason why
jeez.
that's white was
Yeah.
because he didn't have the money, didn't want to spend the money to
Oh.
bring over the nice blue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the listener was wondering, and I'm sure maybe other listeners were wondering, the rental car, the amount of people, the baggage, all that stuff. It all worked out. No problems.
Not really.
Good. Okay.
Not really.
Well, people were thinking
Well-
something's got to give. Well, I guess you figured it out before you left. You definitely toned down the amount of stuff you were bringing.
Well, no. What ended up happening, as you know, we had
Yeah.
3 bags.
3 bags. Yeah.
So my wife brought
Yeah.
one.
So you shared
I stuffed
Yeah,
my youngest son's stuff in with
perfect.
us.
Yeah.
And then Lola and Stewie had one.
Yeah. So when you were driving around, there were 5 people in your car
Yes.
and plenty of room for bags.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the rental car was interesting.
Yeah.
So I had a Peugeot.
Oh, yeah. You were gonna tell us about the flat tire as well.
Yeah. I had a Peugeot 308.
A Peugeot 308.
308. 3000.
Oh, 3000 and
3008.
Ooh, that's a lot better than the 308.
It was it was an SUV.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? The cars are diesel. Most of the cars are
I heard this,
diesel
yeah.
in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a diesel.
Nice.
So I'm at the rental place
Nice
and
and
they're like,
smelly diesel.
yeah, you can have an Opel,
Oh, okay.
which is gas.
Where are they made?
Those are German. I mean
Opel.
GM. Opels are
Opels.
GMs.
Okay.
Buick is like an Opel,
Okay.
or Opels are Buicks.
Gotcha.
And they said, well, it's bigger, a little bit bigger.
An
I said, well,
Opel.
that's good. Bigger's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Or you can have a Peugeot, which is a little bit smaller, but it has a diesel, which
Yeah.
has more power.
Okay.
It's more torquey. I said, well, I got to go up the side of the mountain. They said, take the diesel.
Tick.
So I ended up with the Peugeot
A
3008.
Peugeot diesel. Wow.
Beautiful car.
Yeah.
Drove really nice.
I wish we had more diesel options on this side of the pond.
Yeah, and diesel's less expensive than
Yeah,
here. It's
yeah.
like
It's more expensive here.
€1.60 around €1.70
Yeah.
Euro per liter
Okay.
for diesel. Gas was about €1.80.
Ouch.
Yeah. But so I get this nice Peugeot. You know, everything fits nicely in the luggage in the
A
back.
nice Peugeot.
And doesn't the tire pressure light TPMS come on?
On day 1. Yeah.
Second
Second day.
day, I think.
After you hit the puncture
I'm
problem.
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I ended up I drove all the way to Sicily
Yeah.
with a tire puncture
Wow.
with the screw in. The light came back on.
Yeah.
Okay, the light came back on as we were coming back from Sicily.
That would suck.
So I stopped at the
Yeah.
gas station to get gas, which was about €90 to fill up.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law fortunately paid for that. And I had the lady there, the old lady pumping the gas and checking my tires. She says, "Oh yeah, this one's low, front right, passenger front." So I pull ahead and I notice the screw sticking out of it. Fortunately, like 2 doors over, there was a mechanic. Pull in there, tell him a puncture. €10 later, I'm back on the road. So all good. But drive to Sicily with a puncture. Drive through Sicily with a puncture. 3 hours drive.
No thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the ferry was another story.
Oh, the ferry.
Yeah, to go across.
Yeah.
I buy these tickets in advance.
You took the car across too.
I took the car across.
Wow, that must have been pricey.
It was
No.
like I had made a mistake.
Did you
originally.
need the car over there though?
Oh yeah. Well, we were driving down another hour.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
So we were. I originally paid for the tickets online through one of the ferry companies there.
Yeah.
And I realized that I made a mistake. And they say, "How many people are you bringing across?" I put in 8.
Oh,
Well, I can't
heard
fit
this
8 in my
story.
car because
Yeah,
my
yeah.
sister-in-law had the other car.
Money doesn't matter.
So I asked them for a refund. I finally get the refund.
Yeah.
Like only a few days before going.
Yeah.
I think we were in Rome. And so then I go back online. I pay it properly, and then it says return within 3 days.
Yeah. That
Okay,
worked.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
So we go across, no problems. They check, blah, everything works out good. The next day we're coming back. Guy punches in thingy. No, nothing. It's not working. Says it's been used. Blah 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 blah.
Uh-oh.
He has me pull off to the side. My sister-in-law is the same thing because she bought
Oh.
the same thing. So she pulls up to the side, and I'm like, I have no clue. I said I paid for this, whatever. He's like, cars are coming in. And all of a sudden, he just goes, "Okay, never mind. Just go, get on."
Jeez.
This is all in Italian, right?
Yeah.
He's like, just
Sounds
via,
like-
via.
Sounds
You
like
know?
the bus driver again, though.
The bus driver.
Telling you just get
Oh,
on,
yeah,
get on.
exactly,
Don't worry
yeah.
about paying, and then there's a fine.
No, there wasn't anything. Like
Okay.
that. It's a private company, but we were on.
Ugh.
And Ellen was like, we get back, and yesterday she's like, so what are you gonna do about the ferry? You gonna look into that?
Oh, what's to do? It's
I'm
done.
like, yeah, it's done. Why would I check into that?
Can you guys mind if I pay?
Yeah,
Can I
like,
pay you
can I
more?
pay you more? Like, I'm not checking into that. They got us on. We got across, and we're
Yeah.
back. Like,
Oh,
what the
thank
hell?
God. Done. Move on.
Oh, speaking of driving vehicles, though,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
sister-in-law. Oh, poor her.
Good driver.
Oh, she was so paranoid and frightened the whole time driving. Like, especially up the mountain.
Yeah.
You
You know what though? You're on the right side of the road at least. I'm
At
a little,
least,
I'm
yeah,
a little
you're
nervous going to
gonna be on the
Ireland.
other side,
Everything's
yeah.
on the left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the speed limit on the highway is 130,
Whoa.
and I never even got close to there. I had
No.
to wait for my sister-in-law, so I was doing
130 miles an hour or kilometers?
kilometers. I just did about 100
Yeah.
to have her
Well, there's no
follow.
no rush.
Yeah,
You're on your holidays.
but yeah, it's just like, she was panicking the whole time. I felt so bad. She actually cried. She's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like,
Really?
"Okay." Yeah, I'm like, Liz, don't worry about it because
Oh wow.
what are you
she's
gonna
worked
do?
up.
Oh, she like, especially going up the mountain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That should be fun.
yeah. It is. I showed you some video of that, right?
Great.
You're going right up the side of the mountain to
Yeah.
get to my mother-in-law's
That
place.
looks like fun.
You got like,
I got a little truck or something. A little
Yeah.
side by side, a 4-wheeler or something.
oh yeah. Well, the F-150 Studio would not make it up there. I mean,
Oh,
it could make it up,
Oh, it would make it up.
but it wouldn't fit.
It just wouldn't be good in the towns with the cars.
Well,
and
even
both
on the
sides and
roads.
stuff. Yeah,
It's too wide.
yeah,
Those roads were about as wide as the F-150.
yeah. So I'd get the whole road.
They'd have to back off.
They would have to
Yeah,
back up.
somehow.
They would,
Yeah.
or I'd just drive over them
Oh,
with their little Peugeots,
the Peugeots and little
Peugeots.
Fiats.
and Peugeots.
And the funny thing is, like I had an automatic. I actually was using it was both. Like it was the
What?
semi-auto and the auto, right?
Nah, there's no such thing.
So going up the hill,
Yeah,
when I first went up the first time,
yeah,
I'd go around the corner and then you'd have to go up this hill,
yeah.
like really sharp corner. So you'd
Shift
have
her
to slow-
down.
and I'm almost flooring it.
Yeah.
And the car's not moving.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh,
shift her
great.
down.
So I went to the manual mode.
Yeah.
and I was shifting it down
Good
to
times.
keep the revs up to go.
Yeah.
But that was kind of scary the first time. I was like, yeah, I'm not going up the hill. But mostly people drive manuals there too.
Yeah. That would be tricky every day.
Going up the hill
Up
like
and
that in a
down.
manual?
I guess you get used to it.
Yeah, I suppose. Craziness.
All right. So did we miss anything? I think we thoroughly covered a lot of the highlights of the trip. Maybe if you think of something else
We
for
covered the beautiful people.
next time. Yeah.
Covered
Beautiful
the food.
people, the beautiful food. Money
Beautiful-
doesn't matter.
The beautiful. I haven't come up with my final
Oh, I look forward to
cost
that.
of that.
Yeah.
I have to look at my bills and see what.
Well, it's not every
See
day
everything,
you go to Europe, so whatever. I'm sure it was well worth it, even though it might be a little bit over budget.
Yeah, well, I didn't budget for some things because I had no idea what
Yeah.
they would cost.
But
so.
you also got off light a couple times too. You know,
Oh, my mother-in-law.
your
God bless
mother-in-law
her.
chipped in for a few meals.
God
you know,
bless her,
Your
like-
son chipped in for some discounts at the hotels.
Oh yeah.
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 You rode free on transportation until you got caught. Yeah. There's some good
Oh,
deals.
that made up for the
All the savings.
all the
Shot.
savings exactly.
Oh.
Mm.
So I was going to give you my
But
my
overall,
Duff's
good.
pick, my highlight, because I heard you didn't get to see a lot of picks over there.
No.
Lots of good showings for our host nation, Canada. Definitely punching above our weight class, I'd say, once again. Everybody thinks, yeah, the Americans, the Chinese, and their hundreds of medals. I'm like, yeah, well, look at those populations, eh?
Mm. How many medals did we end up with?
High 20s.
I know it was more than
20s, 30s.
That was our highest medal count.
highest medal count in the non-boycotted games. Like,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
I think we're close to 30. So when the Americans go all on about their medal count, I'd say, you know what, get back to me when you have 340 medals,
Yeah.
right? Because then per
Exactly.
capita, that's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But then when I take that approach and I look down the ladder at other smaller countries that have like 10, I'm like, oh, I better keep my mouth shut. Hey,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, a country like Ireland, for heaven's sakes, they got like 8 or 9 medals and they got like 3 million people.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
That's good
Yeah.
showing for them.
It's fantastic. They had a
Yeah.
great run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lot of positives. Anyways, a few negatives, but we won't talk about that today. The men's 4x1.
Oh,
My God.
yeah.
I
nice.
was not on my radar.
Yeah.
Never even thought we had a shot at many track running medals.
Yeah.
So I'm coming out of the gym the other day and I just happens to be on starting. I'm like, I'm going to watch this even though Canada's not in it in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing lane 1, lane 2, the Americans, South Africa, Britain,
Yeah.
Jamaica surprisingly did not qualify. They must have messed up along the way as well. Lane 9, Canada. I'm like, oh my God, we're in this race. Lane 9, but whatever,
They
we're
stuck
in
you
it.
on the way
Yeah,
outside.
nobody ever wins the
Yeah.
4x1 from lane 9.
Yeah.
And they start the race. Boom, the guy gets off to a great start. Like first place for sure from the first leg. Handoff, pretty good. Handoff, pretty good. The Americans botched a couple handoffs. Our third runner is just on fire. Coming around the bend, he's running on an angle. Like, it's unreal. He's in first still, and the announcer can't believe it. The Canadian announcer's like, well, Canada might have a shot here. Like, he's surprised.
Yeah.
Gives it to DeGrasse, who's world-class, like, champion
Yeah.
sprinter, like,
Yeah.
was tops last Olympics. He takes it in the lead. I'm thinking he's not going to do it because it looks like the other guys are catching him, but they ran out of racetrack.
Yeah.
They literally ran out of racetrack.
Yep.
And DeGrasse finishes first. It was unbelievable.
Well, you made a good point. Like the
Oh.
passing of the baton is so
The
crucial.
passing of the baton.
So crucial.
So it was even there was one pass off we didn't get perfectly, but other than that, it was a demonstration of how to do it, right?
Yeah.
They were smooth.
Yeah, that was a good race.
Yeah.
The one I saw was the Canadian guy came second.
Okay.
Just
Just
by
missed
a
goal
fraction.
in a running
Yeah.
race?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I didn't know we had anything
Yeah,
on the track.
what was it? The 400 or the 800,
Okay.
something like that.
Cool.
And
So many events, say. Like, I wasn't as into it as I used to be.
Yeah, like he was one of the favorites,
Okay.
right? And I think the Algerian was like the top guy,
Okay.
and
It might have been a distance race of some
it
kind.
was a
then.
distance
Yeah,
race.
okay.
Like I said, it was either 400 or 800.
Okay, yeah,
And he started out. He was at the back of the pack,
yeah,
but they were like, "No, he's got good pace. He's right where he should be.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing." And then coming around, they're going into the the final corners.
yeah,
And you could see him just pick up.
yeah.
And it was one of the African country guys. I forget which country, maybe Nigeria or something like that. Anyway, he was leading the whole race.
Yeah.
And then the Canadian guy just turns on the afterburners,
That's
right?
so
he
cool.
just passes everybody,
Yeah.
passes the favorite.
Cool.
He's now in second.
Yeah.
He's catching up to, it was Kenyan the guy, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
He's catching up to this guy. And again,
Yeah.
he just ran out.
Ran out. If it
It
was
was
another 10
point-
meters, he would have caught him.
It was 1/100th of a second.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
If it was 10 more meters, yeah, he would have
Yeah.
caught him.
What a
But
race. That sounds
It
fun.
was a great race. He ended up
Yeah.
with the silver.
Yeah.
Could have had gold. The Kenyan guy just held on, and great race.
Yeah, great events.
Yeah.
Lots of fun stuff there. The women's volleyball team pulled off a silver. They weren't expected to finish
Really?
high. The men's basketball was probably the most disappointing for
Yeah,
me. They
they,
lost out to France,
yeah.
who eventually ended
Won the
up winning
I guess,
silver.
yeah.
I think a lot of people thought we would have made the podium there. Women's soccer,
Do you
obviously.
say in a game like that where it's a
Yeah.
gold medal game and you end up with silver, do you win silver or lose
Yeah,
silver?
no way.
Eh?
I think you win silver the second you win the semifinals.
Right.
That's the good feeling. But yeah,
Right.
nobody's happy losing.
Yeah.
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 But that's a weird one. Yeah, I don't know. And then do they play for bronze? Yeah, then they have a bronze.
There's a bronze
That'd be
medal
the
game,
worst one to
yeah.
lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you win the bronze. At the end.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You don't win the silver.
No,
do you?
exactly.
Yeah.
You don't win silver, but you win bronze.
Like if they had unlimited time to do these things, like after the gold medal is won,
Yeah.
the loser should have to play the winner of the
Yeah.
third place game.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you win the silver.
Exactly.
You
and
lose
then
that, you
and
go
then
down, you
to the
play for bronze.
bronze,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wouldn't that be
exactly.
interesting?
That's the way they
Yeah.
should do it.
Yeah.
But then you'd have to add another week on to the Olympics to get that.
Or
done.
just I like what you're saying. Somehow create a way to win the silver.
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm ready to go to Costco.
Lanark pick? Didn't you have one?
I think I'll save it.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll save
All
it.
right.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't
All
fit
right.
right now.
All right.
Because it's neither a show nor an event of any. It's just a place. It was a lovely.
Did
little
I
place
say the O
visited.
word?
The O word.
I might have said the O word, eh?
What's the O word?
The thing that we just talked about that we can't say or else we'll get flagged.
Oh,
That JB loves to say.
totally forgot. We must have said it a million
Must have
times.
said it. Yeah.
What do you
Oh, well.
mean you can't say it? That is
Apparently
crazy.
can't say it.
You're gonna have to do some
Yeah, I'm gonna
some
have to go
editing.
through there
You
and
have to do
see.
some editing.
Yeah.
No, it was good. Good show.
Good show. It was a fun time in Italy. Had a great time.
Yeah,
Everybody's still together. We're still a family.
good.
We still talk to my in-laws.
Oh,
Stewie's still with my daughter.
Stewie. And you're all back to work tomorrow.
And I'm back to work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, good
Nice.
show. That was a
Nice.
good show.
Yeah.
So what's next?
What do you mean next?
When do I go to Ireland? Next? Not
Couple
next.
weeks.
I don't know if we
When
can
do you
do.
go?
I don't know if we can do another show.
No,
till
when you
after
come back.
Ireland. Yeah. Okay.
When you come back.
Final summer special.
Final summer special.
That was a lot of fun.
When do you come back?
September 1st, maybe, or
Oh,
yeah, it's right at the end of August.
all right.
Yeah, the place was Dalhousie Lake. That was my Lanark pick.
Oh,
Would have been.
I didn't
Yeah,
even know.
just a nice little spot up there. Beautiful little lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.